Hi guys, I'm Sonika. In today's video, let's shed some light on lens distortions. So let's get started.
Please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell icon to get notified whenever I am on YouTube. Thank you.
No matter how expensive your lens is, it may always be prone to some sort of distortion. Before I tell you how you can correct lens distortion, let's talk about what is distortion and the different types of lens distortions. There are two main types of distortion, optical and perspective. Optical distortion has barrel, pincushion and mustache distortion. Perspective distortion has wide angle and telephoto distortion. First, let's have a look at the lines of a zero distortion image. Having such lines in your image is pretty rare. Even the most expensive lenses tend to give you some sort of distortion, even if it may not be noticeable to your eyes. Now we come to our types. First type, optical distortion. Optical distortion deforms or bends the straight lines in your image and makes them appear curvy or wavy. Optical distortion occurs due to the optical design of your lens. That is, these distortions are lens errors. First type of optical distortion is barrel distortion. When the straight lines of your image bend outwards away from the center of your image, we get barrel distortion. It mostly occurs in wide-angle lenses or zoom lenses of short focal length. You can mostly see them in architectural images where the straight lines of your building bulge outwards away from the center of your image in the shape of a barrel. It occurs because the field of view is much wider than the size of your image sensor. Fixing barrel distortion is pretty easy. Just open your raw file in Photoshop or Lightroom, go to the lens correction tab, enable lens corrections, and that's it, you're done. You can further adjust your lines manually by playing with the slider here. Next is pincushion distortion. It is the opposite of barrel distortion, where the straight lines of your image bend or pinch inwards from the center of your image. It mostly occurs in telephoto lenses where the field of view is much smaller than the size of your image sensor. You can fix pincushion distortion in the same way as barrel distortion. Just enable lens corrections in Lightroom or Photoshop. This works if you have a raw file. But what if you shoot in JPEG only? Then how do you correct lens distortions in Photoshop? You go to the filter menu, distort, spherize, and adjust the settings. You start seeing the straight lines of your image. Once you do and you're happy with your image, hit OK and you're done. Third type is mustache distortion, which is a combination of barrel and pincushion distortion. In this distortion, the straight lines of your image pinch inwards towards the center of your image and then bulge outwards away from the center. This distortion is rarely seen and requires specialized software to correct it. It cannot be fixed with the built-in tools of Photoshop or Lightroom. Optical distortion is bound to occur. It can also make the scene look quite natural because our eyes don't see everything straight all the time, do they? But it's great if you can minimize them in post-processing. To correct them while clicking in camera, you can try using rectilinear lenses which yield straight lines without bending them. Rectilinear lenses are useful for landscape or architectural photography. They are the reverse of curvilinear lenses, which are popularly known as fish-eye lenses. Fish-eye lenses purposely bend the straight lines of your image. When used intentionally, the fish-eye distortion looks great. Next main type of distortion is perspective distortion. Unlike optical distortion, it is not a lens error. You may have noticed that if a subject stands too close to the camera, it may appear distorted as compared to the objects in the background. Just look at the size of the face as compared to the size of the body. If I use a wider focal length or decrease the distance between the subject and camera, the subject may appear even more distorted. To correct this, increase the distance between the subject and camera and increase your focal length. When this distortion occurs in wide-angle lenses, it is called wide-angle distortion. The opposite of wide-angle distortion is telephoto distortion, which occurs in telephoto lenses. Because here, the subject has to stand at a longer distance from the camera, which essentially makes very distant objects appear larger than they are. So guys, I hope my video clarifies the different types of distortions and how you can correct them. Distortions are inevitable, they are bound to happen. We have to try and fix them as much as we can, but not eliminate them fully because nothing is perfect. If you guys found this video to be useful, give me a huge thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you have any feedback or suggestions for me. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also turn on the bell icon to be notified whenever I'm on YouTube. Here is my previous video. Please go check it out guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more such videos every Wednesday on my channel. Bye.